Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And his first look is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he finds Penny. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
There is nothing.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They're more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that in come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And down inside the 15 he goes. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Wilson.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
But talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
At the 28-yard line.
Jackson now. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll pitch it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Get that smash. Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Panthers nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. A short
29-yard
credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 16-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively,
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Complete to
DK Metcalf, 55 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 17. Panthers 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
They'll take over.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Penny will try to punch it in, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, away from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets Distinctive destination.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Push him back. No, check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the book.
And they run the option on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Jim, hurt my team. Mark 52. Hey, watch the ball.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return, it's James. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our 1st half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is taken at about the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd
Jackson
and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action now. Jackson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that's caught inside the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been. And he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know that's...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now he's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30.
Oh, yeah,
10.
that's how we do it.
And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Seattle.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, McDonald. And his throw here's incomplete.
McDonald. You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's McDonald. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jackson gonna run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
52's the mark, boys. 52. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd?
You're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd down, here's
now a few moving pieces.
But one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. 56. And Jackson throwing once more. His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Jackson will throw again. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Panthers on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. And now he'll fire deep downfield for...
And this will be caught at the 30.
Keep going, keep running, man.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Richie James, 75 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return comes to a halt. 24-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the Panthers' 47-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Intended for Richie James.
It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game, passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the 2nd half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down. McDonald looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Jackson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, we're pretty quiet.
4th down, here's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
At the 43-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Don't be scared of it.
Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Jamal Sheard on the stop.
Jackson to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. First throw now for the backup Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Jackson from the shotgun. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Well, Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And goal.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be second down. And they give this time to the tailback. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Sideline and incomplete. Brings up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Jackson. They're able to locate Wilson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Marquise Blair.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light's still on for him.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, some of those guys down there, if not all of them, are probably thinking it's preseason. Do we need overtime here?
Yeah, the people who need it and actually want it are guys on the fringe trying to make the team, want extra plays, get the attention of their coaches. But really, overall, no one involved in the NFL wants to play overtime in preseason.
But here we are, so seize the opportunity, I guess. Now a throw here to his running back. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. That's caught by Hollister. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
From the gun, it's McDonald. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, McDonald.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the play.
At the 23-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On second and a long way to go. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Here's Jackson on third and long. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through. Not
only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.